Have you ever noticed that women rarely say everything out loud, yet somehow they always manage to test you? It's not always direct. In fact, the most powerful tests women give aren't spoken at all. They're silent, subtle, hidden in the way she acts, the way she responds, or the way she observes you when you think she's not paying attention. These silent tests reveal her true character, and whether or not she's someone worth keeping in your life. Now here's the truth. Women test men not because they want to be cruel, but because they want to know what kind of man they're really dealing with. And whether you pass or fail those tests often determines how she sees you, how she respects you, and if the relationship even continues. But here's the twist. Just as women test men, life has a way of exposing women too. Their reactions in silence, their hidden responses to your presence, these are the keys to understanding a woman's true nature. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the silent tests women use, why they matter, and what they really tell you about her true character. By the end of this, you won't just be more confident. You'll be sharper, wiser, and you'll never look at a woman's behavior the same way again. Let's begin. The first silent test women give men is how you respond to their boundaries. Here's the thing. At some point, every woman will push back. Maybe she says no to your request. Maybe she sets a limit on something you wanted. This isn't about her rejecting you. It's about her seeing how you handle resistance. A man who gets angry, defensive, or tries to manipulate her into changing her mind reveals weakness. But the man who respects her boundary, who stays composed and doesn't make it a big deal, shows strength. Women silently watch this. They may not say it, but in their mind they're thinking, can I trust this man when I'm vulnerable? Will he pressure me, or will he respect me? Your reaction tells her who you are. The second silent test is how you handle your emotions when things don't go your way. A woman may stay silent, but she's observing you when life throws a curveball. Did you lose your temper over something small? Did you sulk when she disagreed with you? Or did you stay calm, collected, and in control? Women are instinctively drawn to men who can regulate their emotions because it signals safety and leadership. She may not confront you directly, but her respect for you is built or destroyed based on these silent observations. The third silent test is how you handle her mood swings. Now, before you roll your eyes, understand this. Women's emotions fluctuate. That's just reality. Some days she'll be cheerful, and others she'll be distant or even irritable. The silent test here isn't about her being difficult, it's about her seeing how you react under pressure. Do you mirror her negativity? Do you get irritated and storm off? Or do you stay grounded, calm, and centered in your masculine energy? A woman feels safest with a man who can remain steady when her emotions are unsteady. She may never say this directly, but she feels it deep down. The fourth silent test is how you treat people who can't benefit you. Pay close attention to this one because it says more about you than anything else. When you're out with a woman, she notices how you treat waiters, cashiers, or strangers. If you're rude, dismissive, or arrogant, she sees it as a reflection of your character. But if you treat others with basic respect, kindness, and patience, she silently takes note. Women test men's humanity in this way, and trust me, many men fail because they think those small interactions don't matter. They matter more than you realize. The fifth silent test is how consistent you are with your words and actions. She may not mention it, but she's silently keeping track. Did you say you'd call her tomorrow, but you didn't? Did you say you'd meet her at 7, but showed up at 8 without explanation? These little things tell her whether or not she can rely on you. Women crave security, not just physical, but emotional security. And when your actions don't line up with your words, it silently communicates that you're unreliable. And nothing kills attraction faster than inconsistency. The sixth silent test is how you handle her testing you. Yes, I know it sounds like a loop, but stay with me. Sometimes a woman will throw out small challenges, not because she's trying to hurt you, but because she wants to see your strength. Maybe she teases you, maybe she ignores a text for a while, maybe she challenges your opinion. It's not what she says, It's how you respond that matters. If you crumble, beg, or get overly defensive, she silently learns that you can't stand on your own 2 feet. But if you handle it with calm confidence, even playfulness, you pass the test. The 7th silent test is how you carry yourself in silence. This one is powerful. A woman can tell everything about a man just by observing his body language when he's not talking. Do you fidget nervously? Do you slump your shoulders? Or do you hold yourself with quiet confidence, standing tall, making calm eye contact? Women sense energy more than words, and they silently evaluate whether your presence feels strong or weak. This is why some men attract attention without saying a word, because their energy speaks for them. The 8th silent test is how you react to temptation. Now here's where a woman's true observation comes in. Let's say another woman flirts with you while she's around. She won't necessarily confront you, but she'll watch how you respond. Do you indulge? Do you ignore it completely? Or do you politely acknowledge and move on, showing loyalty without being awkward? Women silently test your discipline, because to them, it signals whether or not they can truly trust you when they're not around. The 9th silent test is how you deal with disagreement. Conflict is inevitable, but how you handle it reveals more than any sweet words you've ever said. Do you yell? Do you withdraw and give the cold shoulder? Or do you listen, respond with respect, and try to find resolution without losing your composure? Women may not verbalize it, but they remember these moments. The man who can disagree without disrespect is the man who earns long-term respect. And the 10th silent test is how you treat yourself. This might be the most overlooked of them all. A woman will silently evaluate how much you value yourself. Do you neglect your health? Do you have no ambition, no goals, no standards? Or do you take care of your body, pursue your dreams, and respect your own time? The way you treat yourself signals to her how you'll treat her. Self-respect is attractive. Lack of it silently kills attraction. Now here's what most men get wrong. They think these tests are unfair or that they shouldn't have to prove themselves. But in reality, life is full of silent tests. Every day, people are silently observing you, judging your character, and deciding whether to respect you. Women just happen to be sharper at it because their instincts are tuned for survival and security. Passing these silent tests isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the man who naturally passes them because he embodies self-control, discipline, authenticity, and respect. When you master those traits, you don't need to fear tests. You'll pass them without even realizing you're being tested. So let me ask you this. The last time you were in a relationship, do you think you passed these silent tests? Or did you fail without even knowing it? Reflect on that, because awareness is the first step to growth. And here's the final note. Just as women silently test men, you must also pay attention to the silent ways women reveal themselves. Her character, her respect for you, her loyalty, they're all revealed in silence too. But that's something we'll cover in the next part. For now, focus on becoming the man who doesn't just know these tests exist, but the man who passes them with ease. Because once you do, you'll never need to chase respect again. It will naturally follow you. Every man needs to understand this. Just as women silently test men, women also reveal who they really are through their own silent behaviors. The tricky part is most men overlook these signals because they're subtle. You see, a woman doesn't always tell you directly how she feels or what she truly values, but her silence, her actions, and her reactions will always expose her character. If you miss these, you risk giving your time and energy to the wrong woman. But if you know how to read them, you protect yourself from disappointment and heartbreak. So let's break down the silent ways women reveal their true character. These are not obvious signs. They're the things she does when she thinks you're not paying attention. The first silent reveal is how she treats people beneath her. You can learn more about a woman's heart by watching how she behaves with people who can't give her anything in return. Pay attention to how she talks to waiters, cleaners, drivers, or anyone she thinks has no influence. If she's rude, dismissive, or entitled, you're seeing her unfiltered character. Respect is either in someone's nature or it isn't. And if she can't respect others, it's only a matter of time before she disrespects you. The second silent reveal is how she behaves when she doesn't get her way. Every woman can smile and be sweet when things are going well. But what about when plans fall through? What about when you say no to something she wants? Does she pout, guilt trip, or throw a tantrum? Or does she handle it with maturity? Her reaction in silence tells you if she's emotionally stable or if she's used to manipulating men to bend to her will. Watch carefully, because this test reveals whether you're dealing with a partner or a problem. The third silent reveal is how she reacts when you succeed. This is one of the most important yet overlooked signs. Pay attention to her energy when you win, when you achieve something, or when life rewards you. Is she genuinely happy for you, encouraging you, and celebrating your progress? Or does she grow distant, cold, or even try to downplay your success? A woman's true character shines when you rise. A supportive woman will lift you higher, but a jealous or insecure woman will silently resent you. Don't ignore this. It tells you everything about whether she can walk with you in the long run. The fourth silent reveal is how she behaves when you're down. Life isn't always smooth, and you won't always be at your best. Maybe you lose a job, maybe you're stressed, maybe you go through a season where things don't look good. This is when her true colors show. Does she encourage you, support you, and stay by your side? Or does she withdraw, criticize, and lose respect for you the moment you're vulnerable? Some women are only around for the highs. The lows reveal who really cares. The fifth silent reveal is how she handles other men's attention. Whether you like it or not, women will receive attention from men. That's the world we live in. But how she handles it tells you everything. If she craves it, entertains it, or hides it from you, that's a red flag. If she ignores it, respects you, and makes it clear where she stands, that's a sign of loyalty. Her silence in those moments, how she looks, how she reacts, tells you the truth. Don't just listen to what she says about loyalty. Watch how she behaves when temptation is in the room. The sixth silent reveal is how she spends money. This one is subtle but powerful. A woman's relationship with money reveals her values. Is she careless, overspending on temporary pleasures, always chasing the next flashy thing? Or is she disciplined, thoughtful, and mindful of her future? You don't need her to be rich, but you do need her to be wise. Financial habits are silent signals of long-term stability or instability. Many men ignore this until it's too late. Don't make that mistake. The seventh silent reveal is how she talks about other women. Pay close attention to this. If every conversation she has about other women is full of gossip, bitterness, or constant comparisons, it shows insecurity and jealousy. But if she can compliment others, respect them, and keep her focus on herself, it reveals maturity. A woman who tears others down is silently telling you she's battling with herself. A woman who lifts others up shows strength. The eighth silent reveal is how she treats her family. This is huge. Watch how she treats her parents, her siblings, or even the people closest to her. Is she kind, patient, and respectful? Or is she dismissive, rude, and entitled? A woman's family dynamics often mirror how she'll treat her future partner. If she's constantly disrespectful at home, don't expect her to suddenly become respectful with you. Silence in those moments tells you everything. The ninth silent reveal is how she talks about her past. Every woman has a past, just like every man does. But how she frames it matters. Does she always play the victim, blaming everyone else? Or does she show accountability, acknowledging her mistakes and what she learned? Her silence in between the lines, the pauses, the tone, can reveal more than the words themselves. If she never takes responsibility, it shows you she's not ready for growth. The 10th silent reveal is how she behaves when you're not around. This is the most important one of all. You won't always know it directly, but her character shows in how she lives her life outside your presence. Does she act with integrity, keeping her standards when no one is watching? Or does she live a double life, saying one thing and doing another? The silent moments when she thinks you'll never know are the clearest picture of her true self. Here's the hard truth. Most men don't pay attention to these silent reveals until it's too late. They get caught up in surface-level attraction and ignore the deeper signs that would have saved them time and pain. But once you understand that silence speaks louder than words, you'll start to see patterns you can't unsee. A woman's true character isn't revealed in how she talks. It's in how she reacts, how she treats others, and how she lives when nobody's watching. And the moment you train your eyes to see it, you'll never fall for the wrong woman again. So let me ask you this. When you look back at the women you've dated, what silent signs did you miss? Were there moments you brushed off because you were too focused on her beauty or charm? Think about it, because every man has ignored red flags before. The key is to never ignore them again. And remember this, women test men for a reason. They want to know if you're strong, reliable, and worthy of their trust. But at the same time, life tests women too. And if you're wise, you'll watch closely. Because the silent tests that reveal her true character are happening every single day. When you know how to read them, you protect your heart, your time, and your future. And once you combine that awareness with your own strength as a man, you'll never approach relationships the same way again. By now, you've started to realize something powerful. Women don't need to tell you who they are. Their true character is revealed in silence, in the little reactions, the unspoken choices, the patterns that most men never pay attention to. The question is, will you pay attention? Here's the truth most men ignore. A woman can hide her intentions with words. She can present her best side in the beginning of a relationship, just like you can present yours. But no matter how carefully she tries to hide her flaws, silence always exposes reality. That's why you need to train yourself to observe, not just listen. Think about it this way. When she's smiling at you, is her energy consistent, or does it shift depending on who else is in the room? When you succeed, does she clap the loudest, or does her body language shrink with jealousy? When you struggle, does she lean in to support you, or does she silently distance herself, waiting for a better option? These little, quiet moments are her tests, whether she knows it or not. And here's something that may sting. Sometimes men fail because they're too blinded by attraction. You're so caught up in her beauty, her charm, her body, that you ignore what her actions are screaming at you. But when the attraction fades, what you'll be left with is her character. That's why this message is so important, because character never stays silent for long. It will always show itself, sometimes when it's already too late. So how do you apply this? You have to become the kind of man who values evidence over emotion. Don't rush into labeling her the one just because she makes you feel good in the moment. Test her character the way she tests yours. Not by playing games, but by observing. Step back and ask yourself, does her behavior align with her words? Does her silence confirm what she claims to be? Let me give you a practical example. Say you're dating a woman who constantly talks about loyalty. She says she hates liars. She says she believes in commitment. But then you notice how she entertains messages from men online, or how she hides her phone from you. That's a silent test she just failed. Her actions betrayed her words. Don't excuse it. Don't sugarcoat it. Believe the silence. Here's another. She tells you she wants a serious future with you, but every time you talk about long-term goals, she dodges the subject or changes the topic. That silence speaks volumes. It tells you she enjoys your presence, but she may not see you in her long-term vision. Are you brave enough to face that? Most men aren't. They stay in denial until years of their life are wasted. And let me remind you of this. Your job isn't to control her behavior. Your job is to recognize it. You can't force a woman to have character. You can't demand respect, loyalty, or love. Those things are revealed naturally over time, without words. All you can do is watch closely, and when you see the truth, act accordingly. This is where Stoicism comes in. A Stoic man doesn't panic when he sees red flags. He doesn't beg, chase, or try to change her. He simply observes and makes a decision. If her silent tests reveal weakness, disloyalty, or immaturity, he calmly walks away. If her silent tests reveal strength, respect, and real love, he values her and invests further. That's how you protect your peace. Now here's the deeper layer. The same way you're watching her, she's also watching you. She's silently testing your patience, your confidence, your self-control. If you lose your temper at small things, she'll see it. If you crumble when she challenges you, she'll sense it. Just like you're decoding her character, she's decoding yours. This is why relationships are never about words. They're about silent truths. So I want you to ask yourself something. If a woman were observing you silently, what would she see? Would she see a man who is disciplined, grounded, and reliable? Or would she see someone easily swayed by emotions, easily manipulated, or desperate for validation? The answer matters because your character is also being revealed in silence. At the end of the day, here's the ultimate lesson. Don't just listen to what people say, watch what they do. A woman's true nature is revealed in silence. It's in the way she treats others, in the way she responds to pressure, in the way she reacts to your success and your struggles. If you master the art of seeing these silent truths, you'll save yourself years of wasted energy on the wrong people. And if you've ever been burned in the past, if you've ever looked back and said, I should have seen it coming, remember this. You probably did see it. You just ignored the silence. But from this point forward, you won't. Because now you know that silence speaks louder than words. So the next time you're with a woman, I want you to slow down. Don't just listen to her words. Watch her actions. Pay attention to her silence. And when her true character is revealed, believe it the first time. If you got value from this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss more deep dives like this one. Because every week, we're uncovering truths that most men overlook, and you don't want to miss the next lesson. And now I'll leave you with this question. Have you been paying attention to what silence has been telling you, or have you been ignoring it? The answer may change everything.